Hey guys, what's up? One Big Bugga, and yeah, this is the video, the vlog I promised to record to explain a few things. One of the main reasons, the main reason I haven't been recording much is because I've been depressed. I've been depressed and I haven't wanted to record, and on top of that, I've just been wanting to be on Second Life. Why? Because that's where my only friends are right now. Jakar, Riddy, V, basically that's it. It's my three closest friends. Um, I have a couple other loose friends on there. Riddy, there's Ritty, R-I-T-Y, and Riddy, R-I-D-I, who I've just met recently. Phi, or Faye, depending on how you want to pronounce it. Although sadly, one of my close friends has come on to Second Life to say they won't be back for a long time, if at all. And there's a hint of finality there that goes beyond just not wanting to come back. This friend divulged a little information to me that no matter how much they sleep, it doesn't help. They're always totally exhausted. They always have headaches and have been having problems and issues. And recently they woke up on their stairs with their ears bleeding, not knowing how they got there. It sounds like massive head trauma issue that, all things considered, sounds like a tumor to me. But they won't say what it is. They won't say what's going on. They won't talk about the results of their MRI. And I can respect that. But I can't respect the reason behind it. And the reason behind it is, well, they don't want people to worry too much. Don't ever do that. Because if you tell someone that you're not going to be around for a long time and may not return at all, and they know that you have a medical problem and they know that it's severe, but they don't know what it is, all you're going to do is make them worry even more. And so yes, me and the rest of the people that live on the sim that I live on are worried. My shaving job is all hack job because my razor's dull. I need to get some new razors. But yeah, so that upset me quite a bit, honestly. And the fact that she won't talk about it, and the fact that she didn't even talk to me when she left. She just left a message with somebody else to tell me. But there's not much I can do about it. But my main depression, of course, focuses around my wife still. We're 7 months out now, and I'm not feeling any real better today than I was 6 months ago. I still cry for her every day, sometimes multiple times a day. I still wake up and expect to see her there. It's not to say things haven't gotten a little bit better. My day-to-day routine isn't as bad as it used to be, but what I was doing that helped me lose upwards of 20 pounds has gone to hell. In the past 2 to 3 months, I have gone insane in terms of taking care of myself. I've stopped taking my medication. I've been going to fast food restaurants and other restaurants and just buying big meals, pigging out continuously. It would not surprise me if right now, if I had not only put the weight back on that I had lost, but gained more. It would not surprise me if I have managed to break 500 pounds. Not 700, please, not 700. I've never been over 500 pounds. I've been close, but never over. And it wouldn't surprise me if I finally broken that. Not that I want to. I don't go out and weed eat like I did. I used to go out constantly, no problem, weed eat. I don't do that anymore. I want to get back on it. A couple times I almost did, but when the day came that I was going to go out and weed eat, somebody else was already doing it. But the reality is that shouldn't have stopped me. I should have gone out and helped, but I didn't, because I let it be an excuse for me not to go. I'm not exercising, and I'm generally just not taking care of myself, which goes against everything I want to accomplish. I recently had an extension on one of my credit cards. I'm not going to say how much, but that money I was supposed to save for an emergency and help put towards me moving back to the mainland, however long that's going to be before I decide it's time to go. I blew through that money in 2 weeks on mainly fast food and stuff I don't need. And really screwed myself over because now I got to pay all that money back. I've determined that starting in February what I'm going to try and do, and it's going to be difficult. I don't know if I'll succeed. I know chances are leaning towards I won't, but I'm going to try and dedicate all the money I have that does not need to pay other bills into paying back my credit bills. Everything I'm going to get back to square one. My Finger Hut, my 3 credit cards, my PayPal, all back to square one. And that means whatever money I have left over, however much or however little it is, I pay back the minimum on everything. Pay back, take care of all the bills I need to take care of, buy all the stuff I need to buy only, like dog food, deodorant, house stuff, whatever. And then every last red cent I have after that, whatever's left after all the bills are paid, goes to the credit cards, or goes to PayPal, or goes to Finger Hut. Gets everything back to ground zero. I feel it's the only way I'm going to pay off my credit cards in time. I also need, I'm slowly getting back to controlling my eating. I am slowly getting back to controlling my portions. I am slowly getting back to controlling myself in terms of what I have. Oh yeah, one thing to help me not spend on my credit cards is all my credit cards have been cut up. I've cut them all up, I've thrown them away, and I've removed all of them from every digital account that I have. From my Steam, from PayPal, from Amazon, from everything. All of my credit cards have been scrubbed off, everything that I can spend them on, and all of my credit cards have been scrubbed up, have been cut up so I cannot use them physically. So that will help in me not using them at the very least. But I'll give this one more swing. In short, that's what I'm looking to do. I'm looking to I'm looking to try and get myself back on track one more time, because I feel that if I don't get myself back on some kind of track very soon, then I'm not going to be able to do what I want to do when it comes time to move. Even if I don't make it down to where I can only have to get one seat on a plane, at the very least, maybe I can at least just be lighter and smaller and not have to ask for an extension seatbelt. That would be nice. But it's just so much to think about, and even though it's all in the future, it's still weighing down on me. Everything I'll need to do when it comes time to move. You know, taking care of my dogs, because I don't want them in cargo. I want them with me in the cabin. And then where do I move? The reality is if I move to Florida with my father, I'm going to have a much easier time. I'm going to be in a much more hospitable climate, much closer to what I'm used to. I'll be having a much better time of things. I'll be able to get a car easier. I'll be able to get my own place. There are complications, such as my dogs, in that they're not 100% housebroken. They do tend to pee once in a while, and I don't want that around my father's house or my mother's house, to be honest. But my mother would be a little easier to deal with. And yeah, I would probably end up staying with them for at least a little while till I got myself back on my feet. And then there is my moving with my mother, who honestly needs my help more. By far needs my help more. Would be easier with my dogs. She'd be able to take care of them if I wanted to go out, if I wanted to, say, go to England for a week or two and go visit Riddy, if that were ever possible. My mom, I could trust to take care of my 2 dogs versus anyone else that I know, and that includes my father. I'm not saying my father wouldn't take care of my dogs, but it's just if he would accept doing it. And the reality is I don't know. I don't think my father would, because of how they are. They do tend to be a little noisy at times. They do tend to be, Bella tends to be energetic. I don't know. But I know my mom would. But with my mother, it'd be harder to get back on my own 2 feet. It would be harder to get a car. It'll be in a much more less hospitable environment, because I'll have to deal with New England winters again. It's something I haven't dealt with in 15 years. I've been acclimated to Hawaii weather for 15 years. And will be even longer than that by the time I move back. So I don't know. I really don't know. And then there's taking care of everything around here. Things that have to go with me, like my computer, which is over here. It has to ship. I have to ship it. I will not leave my computer behind. I will not go without one, or at least one waiting there for me. My computer is my lifeline. It is my way out of where I live. You know, it is my connection to my friends. So my computer needs to go. And that means my keyboard, my mouse, yes, my keyboard. My keyboard is a Logitech G710 mechanical blue key keyboard. It's not cheap, not exorbitantly expensive, but it's not cheap either. So there'll be all that stuff. And I don't know what else. Like, what about my blanket? You know, I'd like to be able to take my blanket, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think I'm going to end up selling it or leaving it behind. What about my wife's blanket? I don't leave that behind either. All kinds of stuff I'd love to take with me that I'm just not going to be able to. You know, I may be able to ship some of it, but I'm going to have to ship it piecemeal as I can. Fit as much as I can into flat rate boxes and ship them that way. Smaller stuff. And I'll have to ship it over the course of a year, I guess. Or 6 months. Just do what I can. You know, it's like I said, there's just a lot weighing down on me right now. And it became very, very overwhelming recently. Very overwhelming. To the point I actually closed myself off from everyone. That included my friends. I got a couple of them really worried that I was going to leave or that there was something wrong. But no. It's what I do when I get really upset or depressed. I barricade myself behind my own little walls in my own little world. And I don't like to talk to anyone too much. I don't like to get close to anyone too much. And I don't like to interact too much. Because it only takes something being taken the wrong way, something said or something done being taken the wrong way, that can set me off. And then I'll end up getting really hurt or really upset, and then I'll end up hurting the person that said something, even if they didn't mean anything, and it becomes really difficult. So in order to protect my friends and myself from me, I tend to just shut down. And that's what I've done over the past week to however long it's been since I uploaded last. And I just became more and more and more reclused, and I'm only just starting to come out of it again. Never really realized, not even for a moment, I never really realized just how stable my wife used to help keep me. But that's become more and more apparent. Anyways, game-wise, I'm still doing Mass Effect. As you probably know by now, that I uploaded a video that I had recorded a while ago. Mass Effect, I'm actually dipping back into Hearthstone. I feel okay playing it again. I did the Adventures, the single-player stuff that came out. I bought some packs in the Explorers expansion, or the Grand Tournament expansion. And I've put together one deck of each class, as I usually do, and been doing okay. I don't expect to climb very high. The highest rank I've ever been, I think, is rank 14, which is terrible. But still, I don't mind losing all that much anymore. I don't really care if I lose or if I win. I mean, I play to win, but if I lose, I don't get too pissed off about it. The only thing that really tends to bother me still is Zulok and Facehunter. I just, I hate those decks, because Zulok at least takes a little bit of effort to think, because it's not a face deck. But Facehunter is just swing for the face, try and do as much damage as you possibly can, as quick as you can, and hope that you can beat your enemy before you run out of steam. That's all it is. It takes very little thought, very little effort. So I just hate decks like that. I hate decks that you don't have to think ahead. You don't have to analyze your moves. You don't have to go over them. So I might want to bring you the decks that I play. I might even bring you some Hearthstone gameplay. I don't know. I really don't know what I'm going to do. But Hearthstone's pretty cool. I'm getting into Armored Warfare, the PvE aspect of it. I'm enjoying playing Armored Warfare quite a bit. I'm getting back into World of Warships a little bit. What else? I dip my toes into League every so often. But otherwise, that's about it. I may try and get my wife's computer up and running soon. Time will tell. Time will tell. Trying to be cute. Come here. Come here. There we go. Yeah. There we go. She's become my emotional stabilization for the most part. When I get upset, she's always close by. Sometimes she'll jump to me, sometimes she'll wait for me to reach out to her. But she helps stabilize me when I get really upset. My boy Koa's having his sight issues. He's fairly blind. He's not fully blind, I don't think. but he's pretty close. Just today, he ended up falling off the edge of the bed because he got too close to it. But he's doing good. He's actually more active now than he used to be. I think he's adjusted to his condition. And he runs now. He gets aggressive and barks at chickens now. We need to take care of that. And yeah, so that's basically what's been going on. I've just been fighting being depressed. And that's all there is to it. In the past couple of months, it's just been hanging around me. And in the past week, 2 weeks, it's really surged up and it's really been pressuring me. And just, it almost broke me. It almost broke me. And I think that's why I shut down like I did. I've actually suffered 2 nervous breakdowns in my life. And I was institutionalized for one. And then another one, the other one I don't remember exactly what happened. But I know that in my head I don't want to go through a third. So I think in order to preserve myself, my body just shut down. My mind just turned off. Why are you trying to be so cute? Yeah, you really want to set her off? What's your tail? Nope. Nope, my tail. My tail. So usually she'll get really not upset, but she gets really playful and she gets really aggressive and growling. But she doesn't get upset. Anyways, as you can see, I'm kind of babbling on at this point. Talked about everything I wanted to talk about. This video's gone almost, it's going to be 23 to 25 minutes long. So trying to get back on the ball, guys. I really am. You know, you figure out after 7 months it becomes a little easier. Maybe for some people it does. For me, the fact that I'm still dealing with the loss of my wife and the pressure of everything that's coming up in the future, plus trying to keep up bills, is just really, really taking its toll on me. And I don't have anyone here physically to help me. You know, I don't have anyone physically here to talk to. I don't have anyone physically here to basically just even get a hug. You know, Riddy talks to me on Skype, which helps at times. Talk to my friends on Second Life through text, which is okay, but it's not like having someone with you. I used to say I'll get there eventually. Now I say I hope I'll get there. Time will tell, I guess. We'll see, guys. But anyways, video-wise, I'm going to get back on track. I can say real quick what's been hurting video-wise is that my time frame in terms of when I sleep and get up have changed. I used to get up around 10:30 in the morning. I would start uploading a video, go outside, weed eat, come back in, clean up, sit down. Video was still uploading. I'd record another video too while that was going on. Then after the video was done uploading, I had the next video to go, or video plus one to go, and then I could just log in and the rest of the day to myself from about 1 o'clock on. Well, I'm now going to bed around 4, 5, 6 in the morning, and I'm not getting up till somewhere around 1 in the afternoon, sometimes as late as 3 in the afternoon. And I don't weed eat, and I don't really want to record because that means I'm going to lose out on time with my friends, which I really enjoy seeing, which is the only thing besides my dogs that are help keeping me from just going, you know what, fuck it, I'm done. So that's why, you know, I haven't been recording that depression. It's just all combined into one big ball of problems. And I'm not sure how to shed them right now, but we'll see. Anyways, folks, like I said, video's gone on long enough. It's over 25 minutes now. So that's going to be me for this vlog, folks. And it's one big bugger. Signing out. See you next time.